Bright and colorful animations fill the screen depicting a whimsical, cartoonish world of letters and shapes. Upbeat music plays as the animated world comes to life. The camera zooms in on a cheerful host standing amidst giant, floating letters and shapes. Hey there, shapeshifters and alphabet adventurers. Welcome to our vibrant universe where letters leap off the page and shapes dance to the beat of your favorite tunes. I'm absolutely thrilled to have you here today. Have you ever wondered what happens when the ABCs get a three-dimensional twist? Well, wonder no more. Today, we're diving headfirst into a world where letters transform into amazing 3D shapes, and trust me, once you see these letters come to life, reading will never be the same again. The host gestures excitedly as colorful animations of letters morphing into shapes fill the background. Whether you're used to seeing letters flat on a page or popping out from your favorite storybooks, we're about to flip the script, literally and figuratively. As your guide on this exciting journey, I promise to keep things fun, fresh, and fantastically funky. We'll take each letter from A to Z and pair it up with a super cool 3D shape. From the awesome arch of A to the zany zigzag of Z, get ready to reshape your knowledge. Animated confetti and balloons float across the screen as the host spins around, radiating enthusiasm. So, grab your imagination hats, folks. Open up those creative minds, because we're about to step into a world where learning isn't just fun, it's an adventure beyond the ordinary. Are you ready to explore, experiment, and experience the alphabet like never before? The background transitions to a dynamic scene where letters and shapes intertwine in a mesmerizing dance. Now buckle up, because our first stop is a land where letters aren't just symbols, they're gateways to incredible shapes and stories. Let's embark on this marvelous journey together, and trust me, you won't want to miss a single second. Let's jump right in. Scene transitions into a playful classroom setting with 3D shapes on display. The host stands beside a large interactive screen displaying various shapes. So, what on earth, or maybe even off Earth, are 3D shapes? Let's dive into this intriguing question. Imagine holding a pencil in your hand. Feel it? It's got length, width, and height, just like our friends, the 3D shapes. Unlike drawings that sit flat on a piece of paper, these shapes pop out and can jiggle and wiggle in every direction. An animated sphere rolls onto the screen, waving at the audience. Meet the sphere, say hello to the roundest pal you'll ever find. It's like your favorite soccer ball or that juicy orange waiting in your lunchbox, perfectly round and full of fun. Next, a cube appears, spinning slowly. And here's Mr. Cube, sturdy and dependable, just like the box that holds your favorite toys. But believe me, when it comes to learning geometry, he's way cooler than any ordinary box. The host walks among various 3D shapes that float and interact. Think of 3D shapes as the superstars of geometry, the building blocks of everything from towering skyscrapers to the rockets that soar into space. They're all around us, in our homes, our parks, and yes, even in outer space. Understanding these shapes is key for all you future builders, creators, and dreamers out there. An animated scene of a spaceship navigating through a cosmic landscape where letters and shapes float among the stars. Alright, cosmic cadets, time to turn on those imagination engines and get ready for liftoff, because the alphabet journey is officially launching. Our first destination? Letter A, represented by the amazing arch. An animated arch appears, gleaming under a radiant sun. Behold the arch, a graceful curve that stands tall and grand, just like the magnificent arches you've seen in cathedrals or spanning the rivers as bridges. Isn't it marvelous how a simple curve can create such splendor? The spaceship zooms past the arch and heads towards a cluster of balloons. Next stop, letter B. And what do we have here? Brace yourselves for the bouncy, buoyant balloon. Balloons are not just for parties, they're spheres that bring joy and lift our spirits, quite literally. Slightly stretchy and wonderfully playful, balloons are spheres eager to float you into an endless sky of creativity. The host playfully grabs a balloon as it floats by. Gliding onward to letter C, we encounter the cool and classic cone. Think of your favorite ice cream treat, the cone that holds that delicious scoop of yumminess. But this cone doesn't melt or drip, unless it's made of jello, but that's a story for another day. Cones are not just tasty, they're also super fascinating shapes that appear in traffic cones, party hats, and even in nature. The spaceship continues its journey, with the host pointing out various shapes floating past. Ready for takeoff to the next letters? This is just the beginning of our exciting odyssey. Each letter holds a new shape, a new wonder, and a new opportunity to see the world in a whole new dimension. Let's continue this exhilarating adventure together. Scene shifts to an animated park filled with vibrant trees, playful animals, and an array of 3D shapes integrated into the environment. Welcome to Shape Park, where every corner holds a delightful surprise. Let's delve deeper into our alphabet journey and discover more fascinating letter and shape pairings. D is for dome. Imagine standing under a vast, curved ceiling that seems to hold up the sky itself. Domes are like half-spheres that protect and adorn some of the most iconic buildings around the world, from grand museums to enchanted palaces. They even inspire spaces like planetariums where we gaze at the stars. An animated dome glistens with the reflection of stars and galaxies. E brings us to the exciting ellipsoid. Think of eggs, footballs, or those stretched-out snowballs that seem to defy the laws of winter. Ellipsoids are all about elegance and versatility, showing up in everything from blimps floating in the sky to the orbits of planets. An ellipsoid shape rotates, morphing into different examples. Now, F is where the fun truly begins with our friend, the frustum. Picture a cone that had a little trim, a cone on a diet. Frustums are found in lampshades spreading warm light, or even in buckets carrying sand to build castles by the beach. The host navigates through a frustum forest, where trees and objects take on the frustum shape. Gliding over to G, we encounter the groovy gyroid. Okay, maybe it's a bit of a tongue twister, but gyroids are mind-bending shapes found in chemistry labs and mathematical dreams. They're like labyrinths that twist and turn, fascinating anyone who dares to explore them. An intricate gyroid structure appears, with light weaving through its complex pathways. H is for hemisphere. That's right, just like the halves of our very own Earth. Hemispheres are everywhere, in the bowls we eat from, the igloos built in snowy lands, and even in the way the sky seems to dome over us. The host stands atop a giant hemisphere, looking out over the park. Let's jolt over to J with the jumping jacks. Remember playing with jacks on the floor? Those little metal stars are actually 3D shapes that love to bounce around and cause joyful chaos. Animated jacks scatter playfully as the host laughs. But wait, the adventure doesn't stop here. Let's think about K for kite, a diamond shape that soars through the sky, or L for lattice, a crisscross pattern that forms the backbone of so many structures. There's M for Mobius strip, a magical shape with only one side. The host flips and twirls objects representing each shape, adding flair and excitement. What about N for node, O for octahedron, P for pyramid, the majestic shape that holds the secrets of ancient civilizations? A grand pyramid rises from the ground as the host gazes in awe. And let's not forget Q for quadrilateral, a four-sided friend, R for rhombus, like a tilted square, and S for spiral. That enchanting twist we see in snail shells and galaxies. A spiral galaxy swirls, enveloping the screen before transitioning back to the host. T brings us the torus, a fancy name for a donut shape. Who doesn't love donuts? U is for uniform polyhedra, shapes that are the same all over, like crystals. V for vertex, the corner point where magic happens in shapes. The host taps a vertex, causing shapes to illuminate and sparkle. W? Let's say W is for waveform, a shape that dances like music. X marks the spot with X shapes, crossing paths and making connections. Y for y-axis, the line that helps us understand direction, and Z for the zesty zigzag, a shape full of energy and excitement. The host traces a zigzag pattern that lights up in neon colors. See how each letter can be paired with a fascinating shape. The possibilities are endless when we let our imaginations run wild. Let your mind play along these pathways as we venture deep into the magical realms of 3D fonts and their mesmerizing forms. Screen transitions to an animated stage with a lively chorus line of shapes, each ready to sing and dance. Alright, it's time to get those vocal cords warmed up because we're about to hit the high notes with an alphabet sing-along. Let's spell out the shapes and make this our new favorite jam. Are you ready to rock? Feel free to clap along and show off those dance moves. Upbeat music starts, colorful lights flash, and on-screen lyrics appear to guide the sing-along. A is for arch, bold and beautiful. B is for balloon, bounce and float, watch it go. The arch and balloon shapes dance across the stage, the audience encouraged to mimic their movements. Come on everyone, let's hear you. C is for cone, so tall and cool. D is for dome, shaping up the rules. Animated shapes take center stage, each adding unique dance moves related to their forms. Now everybody clap, let those cones make a tone, and cubes show off their moves. Repeat after me, cone, cube. Children's voices. Cone, cube. Do you feel the beat? Keep going, we're on a roll. E is for ellipsoid, stretching out wide. F is for frustum, cut down the side. The ellipsoid elongates and contracts, while the frustum spins with flare. G is for gyroid, twist and turn. H is for hemisphere, half the world to learn. Shapes create a mesmerizing visual display, lights swirling to match the rhythm. Let's speed it up. I is for icosahedron. Say what? Don't worry, it's just a fancy 20-faced cut. J is for jacks, jumping all around. K is for kite, flying without a sound. The tempo increases, and the host encourages everyone to keep up. L is for line, straight and true. M is for Mobius, with a twist for you. N is for node, connecting the dots. O is for octagon, 8 sides it's got. Children and viewers are shown dancing along, smiling and laughing. Are you with me? We're halfway there. Let's make some noise and fill the air. The music builds and the energy peaks. P is for pyramid, standing tall. Q is for quadrant, dividing all. R is for rhombus, slanted square. S is for spiral, swirling flare. Shapes create a spiral pattern on the stage. T is for torus, donut delight. U is for uniform shapes in sight. V is for vertex, point of light. W for waveform, let's groove tonight. Audience claps and dances vigorously. X is for X shape, crossing lines. Y is for ya, turning in time. Z is for zigzag, quick and sharp. Let's end this song with a joyful heart. Music crescendos and ends with a grand finale, fireworks exploding in animated brilliance. Give yourselves a round of applause. That was amazing. Does anyone else feel they're already swaying with shapes? Learning has never been this fun, and feeling smarter is definitely the best side effect. The host stands in front of a chalkboard filled with fun doodles and facts. Time for some mind-blowing fun facts. Did you know that a sphere minimizes surface area for a given volume? That's why bubbles are spherical, they're nature's way of being efficient. Plus, planets take on spherical shapes due to gravity pulling equally from all sides. An animation shows bubbles and planets forming spheres. Here's a sweet tidbit. The conical shape of a teepee is aerodynamically perfect. Conical tents stay grounded against gusty winds, making them a smart design that stood the test of time. Visuals of teepees standing firm against the wind. Shapes influence everything, from the spiral patterns of galaxies to the pentagons in your favorite zesty nachos. So keep those eyes peeled, explorers. The more shapes you spot, the more the world reveals its amazing secrets. Scene reverts to the animated park setting with summery trees and joyful characters waving goodbye. Wow, what an incredible and zany ride we've had today. Can you believe we've twirled through the entire alphabet alongside a symphony of delightful shapes? From arches to zigzags, we've seen how letters and shapes come together to create a world bursting with wonder. Montage of scenes from the journey plays. Remember, knowledge is your compass, and curiosity is your engine as you navigate these fun fields of reading and geometry. The more you explore, the more you'll discover that learning isn't just about books. It's about experiencing the world in all its dimensions. The host sits on a bench with shapes playfully interacting around them. So, as we wrap up our choo-choo train of letter meets shape, I have a question for you. What was your favorite pairing today? Was it the daring dome, the jazzy jacks, or perhaps the tantalizing torus? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Encourages viewers to engage. Feel free to invent your own shapes for our alphabet. After all, every day is a new opportunity for innovation and creativity. Draw them, build them, imagine them. The possibilities are endless when you let your mind soar. An animation shows children drawing and imagining new shapes. And guess what? We've got even more shape-shifting shenanigans and brain-busting journeys lined up just for you. If you thought today was fun, just wait until our next adventure. We might be diving into the colorful world of rainbows or exploring the sounds of music. The host winks and smiles mischievously. Before you go, if laughter is your favorite study style and curiosity your best habit, don't forget to smash that shiny subscribe button. That way, you won't miss out on any of our riveting escapades across letters, shapes, and logic. A subscribe button appears with playful animations. Remember, when you subscribe to my channel, we'll keep building those brain cells together, all while having a blast. Learning is a journey best taken with friends, and I'm so glad to have you along for the ride. The host stands amidst a colorful backdrop, waving cheerfully. Until next time, keep exploring the alphabet and the magical world of shapes. Ready those imaginations, because who knows what's next on our adventure map. Maybe we'll uncover the secrets of sparkling stars or dive into the depths of the ocean. Background transitions to images of stars and oceans. Stay curious, stay creative, and most importantly, stay you. See you soon, adventurers. Screen fades out with cheerful music, and the channel logo appears with an array of dancing shapes and letters.